What's up? You know who it is, Big Hendo, Hendo Unplugged. I got a real boss in the building, you know what I'm saying? I got a real honcho in the building. What's up, Geoff?
I like to show out every time that I show up. I'm a young boss nigga, used to see me when I grow up. All my pockets full, yeah, I might just throw a four up. Baby, what's your name? My name is Rax, next to know you. Don't be mad, she chose up. We just throwing bucks in the club, attracting most sluts. I'm just having fun, honey buns, don't get no fucks. She be trying to keep me around, she know that I'ma blow up.
Hey, that's enough though. Hey, we got Big Honcho in the building, baby. You know what I'm saying? Chef Fest, you know what I mean? You're doing everything, you know what I mean? You got a Chef SD, Chef Fest, Admiral Group, all the above, you know what I'm saying? Management for artists, everything above, man. What's going on with you, big dog?
Oh, man, the thing about me, I just be working and I just be staying focused and try to, get the end goal and try to figure out how I could be better than I was today or yesterday.
Yeah.
And, we try a few things and some things work and some things don't.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Yes, sir. Before we go too deep, because we got a lot of shit to talk about. We got a lot of stuff to talk about today, baby. This is going to be a fire episode. Let's get you from the beginning, bro. Let's get your origins, where you come from. I heard you're from New York, right?
Yeah, man. I'm like all over. So my parents, both parents are Jamaican. I'm the first American born in my family.
Oh, shit.
So
okay.
First American born on both sides. Born in Miami. I lived in Jamaica for a little bit when I was a kid, like a year. Then moved back to Miami, lived in New York. Brooklyn, New York. I grew up most of my time there.
Okay.
Left when I was 16, so 99, left there. Went to Daytona Beach, Florida. Stayed there for like 2 years.
Damn.
Then I went to West Palm Beach, 2 hours south of there. Did a construction for about 2 years. Then I joined the Navy.
Holy shit.
Went to San Diego for 2 years. Then went to Jacksonville for like 4 or 5 years.
Damn.
Then I went to Hawaii for 3 years. Then I went to Italy. After Hawaii, I went to Italy. Stayed in Italy, Sicily, Italy, for like 2 years. And then I came to San Diego. And I've been to San Diego ever since. So San Diego's like the longest I've ever been in one city.
Holy shit. So you travel a lot because of the Navy?
No, I travel a lot because of life. I tried to travel in the Navy afterwards, but I was in New York and Florida back and forth a lot.
Okay.
And then afterwards, I joined the Navy. Just moving around.
Damn. So tell me about your experience in the Navy, and then once again, thank you for your service as well. You know what I mean? So tell me about your experience in the Navy.
Navy is dope, man. Like, it's one of those things. The hardest part about life is not knowing what you want to do with it. So I joined the Navy because I didn't know what I wanted. I knew I wanted to be great. I had so much ambitions to go, but I had a direction. Like, what do I do with this? I just want to be great. What do we do? I didn't want to go to college. I just want to be great, but I don't know what I want to do with it. So I joined the Navy, and they had me doing something I really hated doing. They had me as a cook. I'm like a cook, and cooks wasn't glorified back then. They ain't had no Food Network. It was like you're just a cook. So and then when I found out I was stuck doing that, I'm like, all right, cool. Well, let me be the best I can be at it while I'm here.
Yeah.
And I just started being the best. Started going to culinary school. Started cooking for the captain, being his personal chef. Then I moved on and went to did this air crew rescueman.
Okay.
So it was only 13 people in the Navy that do that job. So I was like a flight attendant / rescue swimmer / private chef.
Damn.
So I used to cook on G5, Gulfstreams?
Yeah.
G5. So the U.S. So you have the President Airport, you have Air Force One, you have the Air Force Two plane, and then there are 5 private jets that fly under those that protect the world at all times.
Yeah.
And I was one of those guys that cooked in those jets that cook for dignitaries, senators, all the people who made the big decisions in the world.
Holy shit.
I was actually, cooking for those guys in a private jet. And I became a certified chef de cuisine. I became the best of what I did. Everything I tried, and I loved my job. And flying around the world, not have to deploy, not have to go to war. And I've been to 40 countries while I did that.
Damn.
So that was it. And I got out at 13 years. I still wanted more. I realized I think I reached my peak. And I was like, let me try to get medically separated. I got medically separated out, and I got a little taste of independent money while I was in the Navy. And I'm like, man, you do 7 more years to retire, but it's 7 more years of my life. So how can I take advantage of it's either stay here and be safe or get out and just go. So
while you're in the Navy, because I seen a picture of you on like it's in a G5, that thing looked like it was like the presidential, like a Trump flying around or somewhere, and Biden or somebody, you know what I'm saying? So give me some like cool experiences that you had, working with those elite officers and shit.
You know what? I had some really crazy experiences. You remember that when that tsunami had happened
was it India?
No, in Japan.
Japan, yeah.
There was a big tsunami, earthquake, and they had radiation stuff. Within like 10 hours, the nuclear boss, they put the U.S. admiral over the nuclear powers over Japan.
Yeah.
And I had to fly that guy as soon as it happened. All that stuff happened. We had to go fly him out there to go save, help out with Japan. So it's cool to be a part of that. And then there was another part where like North Korea had bombed South Korea on the ship.
No way.
And there's no airplanes in South Korea at the time, and I was in Hawaii, so we was the closest one. So I had to rush and just go and we went to go pick up the leaders of South Korea, the general, 4-star general, and fly them straight to D.C. Oh, we went from South Korea. We did a crew swap in Alaska, and then went straight to D.C. So they made one route to D.C. to go brief the president. So I'm in the plane. All these crazy phone calls are happening. The red phone,
That's crazy.
And I'm there, and I got to make dishes, and it's and I remember like it's something weird. Like I remember I bought some stuff. I bought a salad, and I forgot the salad dressing, but I created a vinaigrette out of it. So I'm like, geez, I'm 40,000 feet in the sky. I'm 50,000 feet in the sky. Got salmon and lettuce but there's no fucking salad dressing.
Yeah.
So I created. I'm like, damn, I got teriyaki. I got some vinegar. I'm like, all right, is there such thing as fucking teriyaki vinaigrette? But I'm gonna make it up. So I made up a teriyaki vinaigrette salmon salad.
Damn.
And I just, I just was confident when I said it.
Yeah.
These are world leaders, by the president. I forgot some stuff because I was rushing. And I said, this is my salmon teriyaki salad. With teriyaki vinaigrette with a little orange zest. And
Yeah.
and they loved it.
I know that motherfucker was like, the energy is good.
But it was kind of crazy because I developed a business off of that.
Wow.
So when I came out, when my sauce line, I got tatted on me right here.
That's
all
crazy.
my sauces, these are things that are hiccups, and I created sauces out of it. And that's when I first got into the game of making money. I'm like, okay, I'm making sauces. And then it took me 2 years to realize I would never make it with sauces.
Right. Okay.
Because that's not your shopping list. You'll never go to the store and say, hey, when you go to the store, find me a cool sauce I never had.
Yeah,
It's not on the shopping list.
I don't know, man. The teriyaki vinaigrette, you know what I'm saying? Some shit I never heard before, maybe.
It worked. It worked.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. So what inspired you to be a chef, though? You know what I mean?
I got pushed into it. Like I said, the Navy made me a cook.
Wow.
And I just became the best out of it.
Yeah.
And, while I was I was still going to college for different stuff. I wanted to get out of it because culinary wasn't glorified. Just a cook. I got a degree. I got an aeronautical degree.
Damn.
So it's crazy. So I got my associates in food service management. Then I became a certified chef de cuisine by the American Culinary Federation. But then I got my bachelor's degree in professional aeronautics with doing minor in aviation safety and aviation management.
Holy shit.
And then I realized my third year I didn't like aviation, And then I got my master's degree in logistics supply chain management. At the same time, cooking all the time. People like, yo, you're really good at what you do. And I loved what I did, but I just seen cooks as always at the bottom of the pole. I'm like, man, how do you level up? It was like, you could be what you could see. I never seen a rich chef, a rich cook.
I see one right now.
Right? So I never seen that to live the lifestyle. And then I started looking at like, yo, the most. And then I wanted to be a private chef, a celebrity chef. I'm like, man, I'm a butler, man. I'm cleaning the kitchen, I'm wiping the stove. I ain't want to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm smiling for somebody when I want to smile.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Trying to get bookings, and it was just crazy. And then I was like, okay, what's the highest chef you could come with? Working in Vegas at these high-end restaurants, you work 8 hours a week, you might make $150,000 to $200,000 a year. I'm like, man, that's peak right there.
Yeah.
Unless you become celebrity status like the Gordon Ramsays that I can never actually meet, or I can't see them to be my role model.
Yeah.
Because I got to see you to be my role model to get to that level. But when I found out about, that was always it. Now I was doing catering jobs, and it's cool because I'm doing like $10,000 a month, $20,000 in the high month. I'm like, man, this is cool. But I had, life was crazy. But then sometimes I go to $5,000 a month, and that was on my start. And then I found out about generating some guaranteed sales.
Okay.
Was defense contracting. And
you did this when you left the military.
Well, I left the military, but
okay.
I was doing culinary stuff in there. They pushed me to be a chef, and being a chef, I just did. I'm like, this is the only thing I'm good at is cooking.
Yeah, okay.
And I'm like, this is the only thing I'm good at, and this is my life. How can I be better at it? I'm just frustrated trying to find my niche and trying to be like, man, how can I be like fucking? I see people $1 million houses. How do I get there?
Right.
Selling sauces or cooking for people. Like, okay, but it took me some years, and I found out about defense contracting. I'm like, hold up, you got to pay me $1 million to do what I did in the military? Because these base galleys, they got civilians that work in them. Okay. And the military subs it to a civilian contractor, and they say, hey, I need you to supply the food and supply the people. And cook, just doing fucking regular cafeteria food.
So you supply the food to military personnel.
Yeah, right now, I have some VA hospitals I'm over. I have cafeterias in VA hospitals.
Oh shit!
And I also feed the detainees across the border.
Okay.
People that cross the border when they get detained, I'm the one who feed them. Right. So I have a spot in Campo. I got one over about an hour and a half from here in Campo, California. And I got another one in Tucson, Arizona. I'm doing about 500 people a day.
Damn.
And then I got a location. It's been a 5-year contract. I got a location in Alaska, where I'm feeding the VA 3 meals a day in Alaska. I got another one in Indiana, 3 meals a day. I got another one Indiana, Detroit. Yeah. I got one in Detroit.
Hey, he lost count. Look at him.
In Detroit. And I have one in Atlanta where I feed these guys. And I also have one in San Diego, the VA facility here.
Damn.
So it's off cafeterias. And that's why I used to be crazy when people like, I had my chef's SD and they'd be like, you don't care about it, you're not here. I'm like, dude, I'm like 7 places right now.
Yeah.
You see me.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm the guy who just want to come and hang out at the place that I own.
Right.
But, that's, it's bigger. It's bigger than that.
So I remember watching one of your videos and you were talking about the business aspect of what you do. You know what I mean? You were saying like that defense contract that you have that give you kind of like stability. Then you can kind of grow on top of that. Talk to me more about that.
So you always want to, no matter what it is, like I'm gonna start doing janitorial. If you have a dream, you want to be a rapper, you want to be an artist. You want to be a painter, whatever it is. You got to find that guaranteed bag.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like I use the skills at the military and just 20 years experience of cooking and mass production. I'm like, okay, cool. Ain't nothing glorified by making grits and eggs, but it's paying the bills.
100%.
So it's paying the bills, and I can now. All right, cool. I got that machine going on its own. Now that machine is going. It have an executive officer. It have a chief operation officer. It has all these people in place and has all these employees, and it works. Now I can be a CEO, tap in a couple times a week, but I can build another business over here of what I want to do. Like I want to be a part of the music business. I got a record label. I say, okay, how can I push the music business and get that to another level? You know what I mean? So that's where we're at with it.
Let's go. The one thing with me, like I noticed a lot of creative people who wants to do things, they lack in the business aspect of it. How'd you learn business though? How'd you get all this knowledge? How'd you acquire all this knowledge in business?
Really jumping in the fire. I really jumped in the fire and not having nothing. People not believing what you want to do and just like jumping in it. And other people, close friends around me seeing I can do it. Like me not having no gas money, me not being able to get diapers for my son, and me like being able to like keep pushing. And other people can see like, yo, I see you're there. You're onto something. So it's the people who love me, and there's people who I never know. Like I can never do them wrong. I always have them by my side because they pushed into me, they believed in me. And then I also grasped on the people who's already doing it. I had to put the suit on every day. I had to smile, do the fake smile, go to these networking events, and I had to talk to people who's already doing what I was doing.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, cool, man. You do 15 million a year.
Yeah.
You do 20 million a year, and I remember I thought that was a lot of money. Guys said, man, I do $1 million a year. I do $5 million a year. I thought that was a lot of money. And then you start thinking. Then you said, what's considered a small business? So in the state of California, a small business is anybody who makes between $1 or $18 million a year.
God.
For 3 years.
Yeah.
For an average of 3 years.
Consecutive.
So I'm like, hold up. The guy who's making $1 a year and the guy who's making $17.5 million a year is considered a same category.
Yep.
And then when you go federal, it's $34 million a year average over 3 years. So I'm like, damn, that's the small guys. So there's a lot of people out there making millions of dollars that I just could never see it because people around me wasn't doing it.
Right.
So now I go to these networking events and these people around me, he makes $20 million a year, he makes $2 million a year. I met somebody who makes $80 million a year, and I'm just around them. So I'm using my time drinking cocktails and hanging out with these guys and putting suits on every day because I just want to gasp for the knowledge. I'm flying to conferences and getting things done. So I'm like, okay. And while I'm in the dirt, in the fire doing it, I'm also like, you're my mentor, but you don't even know it. I'm buying you cocktails. I'm going out to eat with you and drink with you, but I'm picking your brain.
Let's
you
go.
don't even know you're my mentor.
Yeah.
Cause you don't got time to. I don't have time to mentor anybody, but you're my mentor. You don't even know it.
Free knowledge.
You know what I mean? So I'm over there. I might buy dinner. I might do a few things. I might fake the fuck. I might have to wear the same suit a couple of times in a row. But it's the suit you got to put on. Now, like right now, I don't put suits on anymore unless I really have to. But like people know who I am. I became to that person now. Like you know what? Before I walk in the room, people already know who I am.
Yeah.
So I don't have to not want to be who. Like some people are still in that realm of putting suits on and the high rises don't come down to touch the people.
Yeah.
I'm out here. I'm touching the people because like, look, I'm still this. I'm still that.
Yeah.
I already went through I already played the game already.
Yeah.
Now I got a different suit on. I'm more comfortable in. I could go in different rooms and I'm cool.
Let's go. Hey man, I want to know, how'd your life change when you touched that first meal? Because I'm not there yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get there. I acquired some money throughout time, but I never met $1 million a year. How did that life change when you touched that first $1 million?
Where did it go?
Damn, it went quick.
No, it's like, and then because when you built, when I'm doing $1 million, man, like 400 of that's probably payroll.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I don't know because I feel like I'm struggling every week. How people paying paycheck to paycheck? I'm paying payroll to payroll. I'm paying taxes. Oh shit, Uncle Sam said I owed him $200,000. This, it's like I'm still chasing. I'm still running and still trying to figure it out. So you don't have time to enjoy it.
Damn.
You know what I mean? And it's like you're just trying to hustle, and then you lose it here, and then like you got to think about it. Cash flow is rough because like you might have an invoice due. So payday will be due on the 1st, right? Mm-hmm. But that invoice ain't getting to you till the 3rd.
Yeah.
People don't care that you're not getting paid for the service. Like, I'm getting paid for the services to pay you on the 3rd, but payday for you is on the 1st. And you don't care. These people are like, I don't care if it's not gonna come on the 3rd.
Yep.
So now I gotta figure it out. And now people blast you, the bad guy, you're this, you're that. I'm like, geez, you scratch your head because you try to just feel like, all right. Then you start paying lawyers and attorneys like, how do I put this together and make it work?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then I got to learn how to be a lawyer. I got to learn how to be a CPA, accountant. I got to learn all these things. I got to learn marketing. Yeah. I'm like, damn, I got to learn how to do accounting. I got to learn how to do this because I got to hire the right person. Because one time I had an accountant person that did my taxes, and he didn't do it right. And the IRS levied me for like $180,000. And I didn't even had the money to do it. Like they're just like, yo, no more money. I'm like, and payday was due, like, all these things. And I'm like, yo, man, I paid my guy. They said, you're responsible for who you pay to do the job right.
Yeah.
I don't care. So all these people, when you put yourself in the hot seat as a CEO, some people, they don't care if you F up.
Nope.
You don't care. Like, I'm gonna give you an example. Like, I just got this thing in the mail, like this some discriminatory thing, like another lawsuit. I get law, and I would address that room. People like, yo, he got mad law. Yeah, I got a lot of lawsuits. You name me one millionaire who don't have a lawsuit. I get sued all the time.
Bro, they said most businesses that 90% of the businesses get a lawsuit. I just got my first lawsuit, $250,000.
Yeah, it's real.
What the fuck, bro?
It's real.
I didn't even do nothing. Like get your. It's like people try to find you to sue you, bro. Yeah. It's crazy.
Yo, I just got this thing in the mail about discrimination. I guess I don't care. I'll talk about it. I guess in 2022, somebody was waiting in line to go to Chef's, and it was a guy dressed as a girl, and he said the security gave him a hard time. And then he said when he went inside, he tried to order some wings, and they said the kitchen was closed. They said they closed the kitchen because he was dressed as a girl. So he sued me.
That's crazy, man.
And I'm talking about like in June 2020, I'm like, yo, but and of course I probably win, but it's like you taking time out of my day. I gotta get lawyers and all this stuff, and it's like, geez. But it's things like it be coming for you from every angle. And people are like, well, I don't care. You should have known. It's on you.
People don't understand the struggle, man. They don't get it.
But you know what? It's what come with it, man. Because you know what, man? I go to sleep when I'm tired. I wake up when I'm not.
Yes, sir. But I feel like you also got to be built for this, man. Everybody wants to be an entrepreneur, but I don't think they really understand the gravity of it. You know what I mean? Like the shit the shit I do with every day. Like I have no life. Yeah, I'm always grinding.
Well, I always tell people like, oh, I'm a business. I'm like, no. Sometimes being a number 2 person is great.
Yes,
like,
sir.
The person who runs the business for the owner, be that person because you're probably making more money than the owner.
Yes, sir.
Right? So I got people on higher payrolls and they make good money.
Yeah.
And there's probably times I don't really have it like that, but that number 2 ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
And now biggest thing is a lot of people don't know there's a difference between an entrepreneur and a small business owner.
Yes, sir.
People are like, I'm an entrepreneur. It's like, no, you're a small business owner. There's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
If you have a landscaping business and you work your landscaping business, you're a small business owner, right? Because in the next 5 years, you'll probably still be doing the same thing with small increments of growth.
Right.
The entrepreneur is a person who's going to get a landscaping team, figure out all the how to scale it and make it grow.
Yes, sir.
And he can sell that business because he's not the business. And then he could take that same mentality of a landscaping business and go open a paint shop too and do painting and open a barber shop. And he's going to take his last and risk it in what he believes in. I can't teach you how to take your last and risk it.
Facts.
So I can't teach anybody entrepreneurship because it's just like going to a casino. It's like, I'm going to put all on red. I'm going to put everything on red.
Let's go.
Can you teach that?
Let's go.
It got to be in you.
Yes, sir. Hey, you read about that. 110%. Let's talk about Chef SD. So what was your game plan when you opened Chef SD? Man,
it was crazy. So when I opened up Chef SD, it's just weird. Like, I had got a big contract for the borders, feeding people at the border. Mm-hmm. And during the time of pandemic, I needed a commercial kitchen just to make food, make burritos in it. Mm-hmm. During the pandemic, everybody was doing a damn online ordering food, so there was no kitchen that I could do it with. Mm-hmm. So I remember I was using my boy Flux kitchen and F6 Jamie, and then I was using the morning after kitchen. And I'm like, I'm using the kitchen all the time, and I'm like, man, what you gonna do with this anyway? Then it's like, yo, you probably gonna let it go. I'm like, damn, I need this kitchen. Like, it's a good kitchen because I'm doing like damn near $100K a week.
Sheesh.
Right? So I'm like, I'm spitting money out.
Let's go.
Like, when people talk about they think I'm getting PPP, I'm like, no, nigga. I'm really making illegal money, and it just feel like drug money. You know what I mean? So I'm like, yo, this shit is going crazy. So I was like, I need to get, let me just acquire this lease.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, it got a liquor license already. So, yo, check this out. I remember when I was a chef, I used to want to pay somebody to cook in a public area, like downtown. You got a liquor license already. It's like, yo, you know what? Check this out. What we gonna do? I'm gonna use the kitchen for my burritos and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. And the front, I'll just open that. At nighttime, I'm just gonna serve some wings and fries, just something simple like wings and fries. And I'll let another chef, I'll book him like an artist and let the other chef just go ahead and, I'm gonna promote them like an artist. So I'm like, let me get chefs on, put them on, promote them as an artist. And now I won't have to worry about the kitchen. You know what I mean? So I was trying that out. I was like, let me just try that out. Mm-hmm. And then I remember when I first did the grand opening, I had deal with a booking with DJ Envy at Flux.
I remember that.
And I put the Flux at DJ Envy thing, and now Flux, like last minute after I did all the booking for it, they wanted to cancel because they had somebody else, like too short. They had somebody else. Yeah. And it was like, nah, we got to move it. And the relationship with the Breakfast Club and stuff, I kind of need that to keep it going because it's going to mess the relationship up. So I'm like, all right, shit, I'm going to open my spot super early. I opened it within like a week and a half, 2 weeks. And I was like, oh, fuck it, we're going to do a soft opening here with DJ Envy. And I did that. And because of the first impression, now everybody loved the vibe. And I had no idea it was going to be a packed out place. I really thought Chef's going to be a cool place. I go get a drink. I got a place. I go get a bar. Everybody said it's like, yo, that place would never pop because it's just a corner that would never pop. But I don't know, like the way I branded it, the way I marketed it, I just created a place that I like being at. I like places that got hookah food, girls twerking when they eating. And then I was like, yo, and now we got different food every time, so different chefs get the marketing stuff. And it was cool.
Yeah, it was dope.
You know what I mean? So
it was super dope because I remember watching your page, and I learned about chefs in San Diego, like Chef Matt, what's his name? Chef Mike. Yeah. That's how I discovered him because I seen him at your spot, man. And I still want to get some of that macaroni and cheese. Just let him know, Chef. Mm-hmm. Chef Mike, you know what I mean? I heard you was the best in San Diego, so I want to just experience that, you know what I mean? Yeah. So absolutely, it was a dope location for sure. So what would you think was the downfall? Is it true that you was racially profiled at Chef SD?
You know what?
For the police and everything?
I don't know, like, you know what? I don't like to throw race in and stuff,
Okay.
But that's just my perspective, you know what I mean? So I don't never really know what's racial because, being down there, I learned a lot. I learned, first of all, I never said I want to open a place. I want these type of people to be here. I created an environment. I built the field. Whoever came to the field, come. You build a basketball court, and somebody go play basketball, right? I built a place that I like doing, and people that's like me, like going there. 100%. And then guess what? I'm from the hood. And you had to think, I'm like, well, I am from the hood and I grew up like this and this is who I am. And older people that have same things, relate like me, they just came too. And it's cool. But the hard part was when I first started, I remember the cops were telling my employees like, hey, we know that guy's a scammer. He's a drug dealer.
Damn.
And
You.
we know, yeah, me. And we know that when the feds come, everybody's gonna get down, and you're gonna be a part of it.
Wow.
This is the cops telling 2 or 3 I'm like, he told you that? He's like, yes. And I'm like, damn. So, and it was a black guy too.
Damn.
And I'm like, yo, this is crazy. But it's kind of hard because you see a black dude iced out and a drop top Bentley.
Right.
You're like, you can't imagine this person really made it legally. In our community, even the black folks, like, nah. I had people that got close to me could have like, man, he probably the plug. But no, I'm really clean money. I have tax returns. I'm like, I'm really a square. You know what I mean? I'm really clean. So so it's crazy. So now you got to think about the perceptions come real. So you got this guy. He's walking around like so and so, and he got these gang members around him. So you thinking I'm ghost. You're like, yo, this guy is doing something, and we can't find it. How do we figure it out? So I believe it may be, I don't know if that's racial because he's a black guy was stereotype me. A lot of times, own black people stereotype each other.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Even when people say, oh, Chef's was ghetto, or they say Phantom was ghetto, right? So I ask people like, man, what's the difference between Phantom and El Chacon? Right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's the people are different. It's the same environment, just the color, because both places probably fight, both places get turned up in different ways. Alcohol is the problem. Alcohol is the problem. Then you run into somebody you had a problem back in the day, and somebody stepped on your toe, somebody talked to your girl, and you're drunk, and now you feel like you're Hercules.
Yeah.
But so I don't really think it is weird, but in my place, I really think that's what it is. That people think I was the ghost that couldn't get caught.
So do you think, because just to give you some feedback, some negative stuff that I seen in the community, they were saying like there was a lot of violence at Chefs, like a lot of outside and inside. You know what I mean? So that's one of the key reasons why they shut you down.
All right. First of all, you can't shut me down.
Let's go.
All right.
Big Chef.
All right.
Big Chef.
You can't shut a person down. People think like, no, I closed the place down. Nobody can come to your house and say, I'm shutting your house down.
Yeah.
No. I have a lease. I have a business. And I was getting messed with a lot. I decided to close my lease, and I still have my liquor license. I just signed escrow paper to close my sell my liquor license a couple of days ago.
Oh shit! Okay.
I never got it taken away. They threatened to revoke it. I just got tired of like, hey, they say we're going to take you to court, revoke your liquor license because we don't like this. They getting letters that I have prostitution going on, this and that. I'm like, man, they just say, hey, let's work a deal out to revoke your liquor license. I say, you know what, man, I'm tired. So I can't keep you guys and. Cops parade resting out there all the time, put the lights on there, and then plus like the business wasn't doing good financially either. I was like, you know what, I'm tired. I'm just gonna close it, right? But nobody shut me down. You can't like people. I hate when people say they shut. No, you can't shut somebody down. How can you legally? You think the mayor said, hey, go ahead and make sure his business is closed and shut the LLC down? It doesn't work like that. I did a deal with the landlord. I told the landlord, I said, yo, I want to get my lease. I'm gonna sell my liquor license for $120,000, and I'm gonna give the $120,000 to you.
Let's go.
So you can have it. So get me out of the lease. And it worked out. And it worked out cool. So everything is gone. But then like when people say if there's a lot of fights and drama, like where are there not fights downtown?
Yeah.
I'm asking because even when I go to a place like Park, I love it. But like I'm on stage with an artist. And I'm like, man, I see a fight just happen. But everybody's partying, nobody's there. Security comes, they break it, they go. Another fight just happened over there. They calm it down. So like it was different. So my place being small, everybody sees the fight that's happening right there. But I see in the bigger clubs, there's like little pockets of fights happening.
Absolutely.
And then it gets calm. Then it goes. My place, you got 50 to 100 people in there. There's a fight happening. Everybody turns the lights on. Oh, hold up. And it's there's a fight. But it's like. And where is there not fights happening downtown?
That's everywhere. That's everywhere.
So you can say, yeah, violence is it's the alcohol.
Yeah, 100%, 10%.
Yeah.
Another thing, like I'm just talking about it, just getting everything out in the air. People are saying also like, they see you, you're really flashy and everything like that, but you don't pay your employees as well. That's one of the other things that's circling around as well. So can you address that?
I can definitely address that. So, why do you get an LLC?
To protect yourself.
Separate yourself
from the business.
Right?
Is its own entity.
Separate yourself from the business, right?
Right.
So there was a time, right? So it's rough. So I have multiple businesses, right? So now I got business 1, business 2, and business 3.
Yeah.
So business 1 and 2 is doing good, and business 3 is sinking
right.
bad.
Right.
So rule I was doing wrong, taking money from business 1 and 2 to help the sink, and it keeps on sinking. So now it's sinking, and I know what the problem is. Internal theft.
Oh wow,
right?
Yeah.
So now you have internal theft where it's like, all right, you buying all these products, and you have to make money. So you have to sell these products to make money to pay you.
100%.
But now I got all my friends coming in. I'm gonna give them free drinks and say, hey, you give me a tip. I'm gonna sell wings through the back door. You give me a tip. And now the product is gone and money's not there, and they're like, well, hey, I want to get paid on time, right?
Yeah.
So now it's just so many money flowing through in a bad area, and it's kind of management. I brought so many people in there to try to help, the management, because it was so good, so much things coming in, but it just wasn't adding up.
Right.
And then, sometimes I bring somebody in there to check it out, and then we always find stuff, and we're like, well, I got to get my money. So now, what do you do when I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have a conversation with everybody because I'm taking for business 1 and 2.
Right.
Business 1 and 2, you know how they're looking at me? Oh, we can't get no raises, and things. And now we're tight on product because you want to worry about your fancy business over here. So I'm getting looked at bad from business 1 and 2 because they're feeling me like, and it's in 7 locations. They find out like, oh, all he worried about is looking cool for this business over here in San Diego, and now we got to get tightened up on products. So now we're all affected because you want to be a fly guy. Now, when I start to pay over here in business 3, they're like, oh, you're doing good over here, but what about us?
That's completely separate.
It's separate, but you're separate. So now, when things are tough, right? You know what I did? It was discipline. I made a decision. I said, hey, man, check this out. The numbers ain't right. Everything's effed up because sometimes you steal a product, and sometimes you don't think it's stealing. You go in the fridge and get a Red Bull, that's stealing.
That's stealing.
Because I have to pay for that product, and that product will develop money.
Yes, sir.
Now you on the clock and you going home and chilling and come back. That's stealing time, right? You give your friend a hookup. No, you didn't give him a hookup. I pay for your shot. No, you gave him my product that didn't bring money in.
Free.
That's money being gone.
Yes,
so it's money management. So now if the money management cash flow is off wrong, I say, hey guys, look, I can make 1 or 2 decisions. I can close this place down right now, or you guys might get paid late sometimes, but you always gonna get paid.
Yeah.
Right? Who's going to be here, ride with it, or don't ride?
Right.
So I gave the conversation like 2 or 3 times. Like, hey, look, because it was sinking everything else.
Right.
And I'm realizing as a CEO, I'm being bad because business 1 and 2 that's been doing great all these years. I remember I put $100,000 into chefs 1 month, and it should vanish. I'm like, damn, I took $100K, but you know what? But when I influence the money, we have a place with bad management.
Yeah.
So I will blame myself because I don't have the proper coaches in line.
Yeah.
So I'm always, sometimes I fired a few people, but it's just like my other businesses, they work good because I have the proper coaches to run the team properly.
Yes, sir.
So if the coach is not there to run the team properly over here, the team is going to lose.
Yeah.
So I can't be everywhere at one time. I know that, and I'm having a hard time finding a good coach.
Yeah.
But I'm having the D-listers.
That's what I heard too. I heard restaurants are very hard. That's like the hardest business to start, bro.
It's rough, and I can see that. But like people are like, why you don't be here? I can't be there because I'm doing a whole bunch of other things, and I'm trying to develop more money.
Right.
So now it's times where I'm down to no money, but nobody know that. You can say I'm flashy stuff, but shit, ain't nobody know what I have to pawn my jewelry to make sure I paid you guys, right?
Let's
but
go.
you don't know that. You don't know I pay my mortgage, so I make sure it was good. I'm not gonna say it. You know what I mean? Like, and then the employee may be like, you don't say thank you for the work. No, I ain't say thank you for paying you when the money ain't come in, right?
That's what you're supposed to do.
But I'm gonna have chin up, chest out all the time.
Let's go.
I might be effed up, but chin up, chest out. Cash flow's off, but guess what? I still got a mean over here 'cause I'm trying to make some money.
Yeah.
So I can't stop the money making because you guys are messing up. But if I tell you, how would you feel if your boss says, hey man, things are rough? Because I'm always gonna have the money to pay you.
Right.
But I have to have discipline. I'm like, you know what? Are you gonna stay here? You might get paid late a couple times, but you're gonna get paid anyway.
Yeah.
It's on you. Do you want to stay or do you want to go? And you stay, then
that's you.
Maybe I don't know. That could be a bit bad business model, but that's the choice I had to make.
Yeah.
Because or it had to just get closed. Because the flow of money wasn't coming in properly.
Right. So, a lot of people look at that as failure, but, in our world, that's not failure. That's kind of like you learn from these situations.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So what did you learn from that situation?
You know what I learned? I never knew there was a thing called, I never knew there was companies that could watch over your employees.
Oh wow. Okay.
Loss management.
Wow.
The whole time I was trying to figure out the entity. I'm like, oh, that's what it is. Because if I had employees watching over and watching them every minute, because they knew nobody was like watching them like that.
Right.
So if I had somebody watching them every minute, I think it'll be different. Now, don't get it wrong. I had like some strong employees that ride for me.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like, man, sometimes the money wasn't there for the cash a check, but it's like, but they rolled out.
Yeah.
And I'm always gonna appreciate to make sure they're good always.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But all I could do is be transparent.
100%. It's crazy because even in my life, that's where I learned the most through adversities. I was on the bottom when I struggled. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's a lot of shit that you can learn from that situation. You know what I mean? So, man, and plus you invest in all your money to something. You got to do your best. And as a boss, because I have a couple employees here too, like. Sometimes that all your money's gone to the whole business and your people, and you don't see shit.
You broke,
bro. I didn't make a profit in here for 2 years.
Yeah,
2 years.
But no, you got to look at all you got. You got it.
Everything.
And it's crazy when you're sitting in this position and your money's tied up.
Yeah.
In a lot of other stuff, the taxes, you might get a levy, a lawsuit,
Yeah.
lawyer, and then you got your baby mama trying to grab from you. And I'm like, damn, you look at your account, I'm like, shit, I'm like negative. My account's fucked up. But I'm not, I can't tell nobody that chin up, chest out all the time.
Yeah.
Because when you start looking defeated, the people around you feel defeated. I'm like, I'm not gonna get another job. This guy, look, he's almost done.
Yeah.
And they tap on it. And guess what? They got a uniform somewhere else, and they left you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
it's crazy. Like when you go through so much stuff. So when you do acquire some type of financial stability or some shit like you got, it's like, dude, you earn that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
You earn it. So you're gonna want to floss it because damn, bro, I've been to the bottom. You know what I mean? I earned every penny that I got. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's rough. It's not even floss. Just like it's getting things what I like because the things I like is cheap to other people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like people say I got money. Like, nah, I'm broke in other lights to other people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the hardest part, I think, when you sit in this position is when you really don't have it.
Yeah.
Nobody believes you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's cool because when you need it, somebody will come through. It's like, I know you good because you're in a position that always bounce back. You know what I mean? But sometimes, man, like think about it. I remember when I was at Chef's, right? My payroll every month between all my businesses were $230,000 a month.
Yeesh.
Right?
God.
So that's between all my businesses. So I'm paying $230,000 a month. Let me be $10,000 short.
Jeez.
And he don't pay his workers. He don't do this. You know what I mean? Like
cold blood.
It's rough.
That's rough, bro. I know.
But you don't. But you don't see that. You're like, oh, he ain't paying his work. I'm thinking just $230,000. I'm $10,000 short. I still got to get material supplies. Bob. But I always made it work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But the shit about it is I can never show defeat.
Yeah.
I'm never going to show defeat. And that's how I keep on rising.
And it's funny, my workers, like, sometimes they make more than me. I do everything.
It's a fact.
You know what I mean?
That's why I tell people, you so quick to be in a business owner, man. Being a number two is not bad.
Yeah.
It's not bad to be a number two.
Yeah, 100%, 10%. And respect, though, man. Respect. Keep on pushing. Keep on doing your thing, though. You know what I'm saying? I see it. So now you're doing some big things for the city. Before we can get to that, what do you think about the music scene in San Diego? How do you feel about the music scene in the city?
I'm gonna be honest. I've worked with people in San Diego, and like, man, talented. The biggest thing is, man, there's people that think they made it already. There's people who think they like when I'm a big artist is still trying to like. I'm a Bryson Tiller's like, yo, play my new music. Try to get my new music played. Bryson Tiller. Man. You know what I mean? He's at Chef's like, yo, come on, throw my new Pleasure P, like, yo, throw my. They still trying to like promote and put themselves out there. But there be people in San Diego like, yo, the city knows me, so I'm good. No, man, go hustle. Let's go work. Try to, and then like, man, I need a bag to do this. If somebody's giving you opportunity, man, take the opportunity and just, and push. Sometimes ain't no money right now. You know what I mean? Let somebody put all the money, like, I'm about to go give somebody a deal, and he wanted me to give him a big bag. But how about I take that bag and put it into your marketing and promotion and stuff like that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Oh, and the connections to get it right. You know what I mean? And I'm not going to lie. In this music industry, like, I really think it should be a hobby. You should get a job. You still need to make money.
Yeah.
Right? If it's a job or is it engineering, you want to stay in the music industry, get a studio, engineer it. Do graphic design work, do art, because there's not a lot of money in this.
Right.
But you know what I mean? You gotta, it's cool, but it's like playing lotto. But then like when you make it, you know what I mean, you be all right.
Yeah.
But you gotta stay hungry. You know what I mean? That's why I say I stay hungry, not humble.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You staying humble don't get you nowhere. Being humble is like, when I first started cooking, I was washing dishes, I was picking a place up, I was doing these things. But that's not for me to stay there. That's my humble stage.
Yes, sir.
But I gotta be hungry to the next level. Like keep going, keep going, keep going. So that's my biggest thing. The talent is marketed so dope. But like I wish I could just take somebody who's already had the numbers and who already popping, who's not asking for a lot and just like, yo, just help me grow. You know what I mean? Because people with platforms already. There's people who can have those conversations that you could take to a label and get a bag from them. But allow me to take you some places, roll with me, and I can take you to that level. But you feel you made it already, so it's kind of hard.
Right. You can't teach them now. You can't help them because they think they're there. Yeah. So you got a big event coming up, man. Huge Chef Fest. So let's talk about the Chef Fest.
Man, what do you want to know about it?
Number one, I want to know like the lineup. So who do you got? Who do you have lined up right now? And what's the overall vision for Chef Fest? Because before we had a Dago Fest, you know what I mean, and it seems like you have like a different, business model or outline for this one.
Well, the Dago Fest, it was cool. Like, Shake, I was gonna have my son there, but I don't think that was a festival. It was more of a show.
Right.
If you look at it, I had to look at the definition. What's a festival? A festival is activity, celebrating something, and food and all that stuff. It's a celebration of something. That's a festival. They have all these things that I want to do my research, and they've had the winter jams, and the Dago Fest it wasn't a festival. It was in a concert hall with a bunch of artists performing,
right,
which is a good concert show. And however, it didn't work out as well, but I'm celebrating the dopeness of culinary arts of food.
Right.
Like who doesn't like great food? Like when people go somewhere, you want to eat the good food. So I'm like, yeah, let me highlight the chefs and get some dope vendors. You know what I mean? And then let me have a whole lot. Let me use my resources and bring people up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like everybody who I'm bringing have radio songs or popping. So it's like, let me not have a festival where you don't know anybody on the list. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, let me make this phone calls. And when I did it, nobody really believed I was doing it. Nobody was like, but it shit's happening. People said, how I got no permits? It's a venue. You just rent a venue out and get a liquor license for a day. It's like, it's not hard.
Yeah, right.
The hard part is the making connections and the money.
Right.
So, we got 15 food vendors. We got, STK just came on as a sponsor too.
Sheesh.
So STK gonna be doing a VIP room. We got some liquor sponsors. So most of the people on the list is my friends,
Right.
So, of course, I got G-Rax gonna, pull up.
Shout out to G-Rax.
G-Rax is gonna, his first festival.
Proud of him, dude.
Kayla, I never met her before, fan of vegan. They put me on, say, yo, go ahead. So I'm like, I'm put her on. Lil Mauro, never met him before, but I know he has a big impact in the city, big following.
Huge.
So I'm like, if I want to put anybody on a flyer, sorry, there's a lot of people, but I'm doing it for a business aspect. I want to know who could I put on there and say, hey, I'm going to not do anything today because I want to see this person. I'm going to drive to San Diego because I want to see this person. So everybody, I had to be strategic. Like, okay, do you have monthly listeners? Do you have a fan base?
Right.
Are you watered out by going to the mom and pop shops every week? You know what I mean? So I'm like, there's some people I have on there. There's people from Riverside want to see them.
Let's go.
People from LA want to see them. So now, if I bring 5,000 people in the city, it's going to benefit.
Yeah.
5,000 people come to the city spending money, the hotels, the rental cars.
Let's go.
The clubs, the bars, the prostitution, everything. You know what I mean? So it's like
the economy.
The economy is getting boosted. Let's
go.
And I'm gonna take that money. I'm gonna do a block party for the hood.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, now of course. The Siete boy, Siete Gang, Yabby and Keith, they always came through for me. I always had love for them because back Siete Gang, they always been like, if I make a phone call and said, pull up to my son's birthday, pull up, do a song.
Dope.
They always pulled up.
They good people.
I'm going to have them on that roster, you know what I mean?
Hell yeah, they good people.
And then, of course, John Mack, I never met him, but he reached out, and I put him on there. Haiti Baby, that's been my homie for a long time, so he might bring a big surprise guest with him, you know what I mean?
That's dope.
So Haiti Baby's he's big on there. Siete 7 making some noise out there in
Absolutely.
LA. Siete 7, that's my bro right there. Lil Veda, he been killing that,
Yeah.
He be killing scenes with the TikToks and stuff like that. Lil Veda turned up in the chest a couple times. Wale the Sensei, man, people be loving him.
Yeah.
So Wale the Sensei gonna come through.
He got a nice following.
Of course, you gonna have your boy Mitchie Slick.
Yeah,
you know?
the legend,
man,
the goat,
like,
the goat. You got to put Mitchie on there.
Yeah, I remember my when I first did it, like he was on the list, and my LA folks, they were like, Chef, how you have Mitchie on there? And
gotta have Mitchie.
No, but this is people from LA, artists from LA.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, Chef, like, you mentioned Mitchie Slick.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, my bad. You know what I mean? Because I know we spoke about it, like, my bad. You know what I mean? Hey, we need this happen. You know what I mean?
That's big dog there.
So, because at first I only wanted a couple artists, but it just kept growing. It's like, you have to put him. You have to. I'm like, jeez.
Yeah.
So now, after Mitch's, I got Kamaya. Kamaya's my homegirl. She always come through for me. Kamaya and Tyler Yahweh. He's in the big market doing a lot of big things.
Yeah.
So Tyler Yahweh, of course, that's my bro. You know what I mean? Rob Stone.
Shout out to Rob
Stone.
Stone.
I mean, what, 4 or 5 times, 6-time platinum.
Huge.
You know what I mean? No matter what it is, you can't put no hate on those numbers.
Nah, sir.
You know what I mean?
No,
those
sir.
numbers is great.
Yeah.
So he gonna come through and bless me, man. Then of course I had to tear it up with some reggae, man. Serani.
Yeah.
Serani. You got some. Serani, right?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Love you, girl. Do you feel the same?
Hey.
I don't wanna play. So I had to put my culture in it. You know what I mean? For the reggae and Afro beats, folks, he gonna tear it up.
Yeah.
And then I had to slow down with nice little Pleasure P, Pretty Ricky. You know what I mean?
There you go.
So he go keep it nice and cool.
He gonna bring the girls out too.
That's a classic right there.
Yeah.
And my boy RJ Mr. LA been going crazy lately.
Absolutely.
So RJ Mr. LA, he gonna go crazy. And then Kayla for real, it's a city favorite.
He's huge,
right?
Huge in San Diego.
And then my headliner, I didn't even know much about him, but I was trying to squeeze this headliner in.
Yeah.
I had to do research and be like, how the hell you not know? But Rob 49, and he's doing big. Like I'm like, geez. I'm like, how did I miss that?
Yeah.
But we got a lot of. So after I'm putting the flyer out, I'm looking back and forth from like, this is dope. But this is dope for Cali.
Yeah.
If you're not, like the military folks is not from Cali, they're like, hey, I don't know these people. Like, huh? Like, how do you don't know these people? How you don't know RJLA or Caleb for real? There's people who tell you they don't know them because they're from the East Coast to the South. But you got military people here.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, cool. How can I mess it up a little bit, shake the trees a little bit, and do that?
That's a dope lineup.
Yeah, and I was trying to come through for the super dope host, man. I was trying to have what's name, Sexy Red, and that fell through.
Yeah, bro. That's going to be the next topic, man, because I remember you announced that last weekend or something, and it seems like you're very excited about it. But after that, it seems like it kind of fell through, and a lot of shit kind of happened after that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Water?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so I get it. So kind of just tell me kind of what happened, man. So it seems like you was trying to get Sexy Red, and one of the people around her, you kind of sent some money to him, and you got scammed out of some money or something like that. So what actually happened behind the scenes with that situation?
Man, it's crazy. So in this music game, what people don't understand in this music game, like any big artist you got the Drakes, Jay-Z, whatever, any big artist right? They how do you think people around them get money?
They have a team. No.
So look, you got your bro you came up with. He's around you all the time.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to make money. He's not a security guard. He wants to make. The only way you go eat is you go get money for him.
Yeah.
Right. So even the Drakes, right? My buddies, they'll get OVO after party. Like, yo, okay, cool. The people that's close to you is gonna bring. I can eat because I know you, and I'm gonna bring money to you, and I'm gonna get a percentage off of that. But that's how the world works. So if you have a person in your team, it was like, yo. So he said, hey, I can make it happen. And then he said, you know what? We can't make it happen no more because the date's too close to her. The date's too close to her
pregnancy.
Her pregnancy. I'm like, all right, cool. And then she had a baby. She twerking in the hospital test. I'm like, man, she ready. And then I got inside source too that she just shot the Rich Baby Daddy music video a couple days after the birth.
She ready.
So I'm like, yo, will she pull up and will she come up and do a host and do one song or something? And they said, all right, let me get back to you. You know what I mean? And because scammers, if they got a bite, they go to grab it quick.
Right.
But first they said no, and they came back and said, all right. And they said, she could do it. I asked them Monday. Wednesday, they said they can do it. They gave me the contract on Friday, and I'm eager. I'm like, yo, I want to give you the deposit so I can hear it in post.
So you sign contract everything.
Sign contract, all that.
Through,
right?
Is it so? Question for you: is it through the guy on Instagram that you've been going back and forth with? You signed a contract with him?
No, he did it how everybody would do it. He said, "Hey, this email right here, they're gonna email you right now the contract.
Right.
Her actual agency is gonna email you the contract." So I'm like, okay. So they emailed the contract, and the contract said Mac Agency. I was like, oh, I know them. It's legit. Mac Agency is a legit, contract. I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm like, yo, about to transfer the money. It's a Saturday. So I'm like, yo, I'm in Vegas. I'm like, yo, let's try to put it in your bank account so we can go ahead and, get this thing going. I don't want to wait till Monday. I want to go ahead and get these ticket sales going now.
Yeah.
So I go ahead and try to put in an account, and they're saying the numbers were off. And it's like, yo, do you want to Cash App it? I'm like, yo, cool, I'll try that. Cash Apped it, and Cash App 15,000. And then
15 racks.
Yeah. So then so I cashed out 15,000, and now I put the post up. Hour later, Sexyy getting the hits, and like, yo, who's this? What's up? This is not, you know what I mean?
She said that?
No, the real agency.
Whoa.
I was like, yo, this is false. I sent her the contract. This is that shit ain't real.
Whoa.
So, I think about it too. It's embarrassing too, because I just told everybody she's coming. I gave the money, and I'm like, yo, this is nuts.
Damn, bro. How do you feel, bro?
Yeah, so, I was like, what do I do? I'm not the guy who's going to go on the street. I'm not fighting nothing out. I'm not doing none of that stuff. You know what I mean? I'm just scratching my head. And, every person who's promoting there again, he said they went through this. My buddy said he lost $30,000 on a deposit for Glorilla, some fake booking. My boy with YG, there's like back in the day, a guy got a fake thing with us. And, somebody who used to be close, it's like when people fall out from the crew, they get the money.
Damn. It's crazy. It's like in our culture, bro, when somebody do that to you, it's like, number one, you got two options. You can just eat it. You can eat it and just keep going. But on the back end, you be scared that somebody else is going to try you because they feel like they can get over on you. You know what I mean? Or you can go and do some gangster shit, you know what I'm saying? And put some money on his head or whatever you got to do, you know what I'm saying? And do that. But of course, it's going to come back to you as well. You know what I'm saying? So what do you do in this situation?
Nah, man, really, man, go through the lawyers, go through the banks, man. But like, first thing I do is like, you know what? Sexy, she knows about it. Her people reached out like, yo, we can take it down because she got the song with Drake coming out. We don't want it to get too far. I'm like, man, fix it. This is somebody in a circle. Somebody give me a call or something. They entertain it. But like, I don't know if anything's gonna come from it. But I put a guy on blast. A bunch of blogs start picking it up, and we go see what happens. But it might be just an L, really, and maybe that's me being too excited because two resourceful people already said, man, she ain't gonna do it, right? And they said, well, she has a tour date, and one of it's gonna be in San Diego, and then she got the Rosarito. Like, they just tell me it's not gonna happen. But I'm like, me being persistent is like, you didn't ask her.
Right.
You just said it's not gonna happen. You didn't say, yo, what I mean? I need you to tap her on the shoulder, like, yo, you gonna do this? Yes or no?
Facts.
And I'm like, I wasn't getting that answer. And me being persistent, once something happened, that's what it is. Because I have a lot of pressure on me having a festival in San Diego. I've got people from high sources saying this is a dead man's land. Why do it here? You know what I mean? And
that's a good question, though. Why'd you do this in San Diego instead of a bigger market like a LA?
I think I want to prove everybody wrong.
Let's go.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I really feel I have the connections, and I have the support. I get some hate in the city, but I have a lot of support. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people do mess with me, and I believe that I have a reach that I could bring people out and put money in people's pockets while they out here. So I'm like, you know what? Let's see if it happened. If it's 3,000, 4,000, 1,000, whatever it is, it's been done and I tried it. And then what happens when it's successful? Like, nobody becomes rich because they did something everybody was doing. Sometimes you got to do something ain't nobody do, and then you become like, oh shit, they did it. Yeah. Now what happened? Now San Diego's a spot where people never, how people never been to San Diego before is going to come next weekend?
Let's go.
It's like, it's different. And it's And I wish that, the haters would really understand that. Like, like this is, like, I don't have to do this here. I have a lot of power and love in different cities, but I really love San Diego. You know what I mean? It's like, this is my home. People say, where you from? I'm like, San Diego. You know what I mean? I wasn't raised here, nothing like that. I don't know the culture like that, but this is my home.
I feel the same way, bro. I love this city. I'm not from here as well. You know what I'm saying? And I'm from Georgia, but I claim San Diego because I love the city. So man, that's cool that that you're willing to invest into the city.
Man,
just try to put, and people don't understand as well. Like, this is gonna bring money to everybody.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm putting it all on the line. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is there's so many things that can happen great, and it's very nervous. I have a lot of anxiety because I'm like, man, did somebody forget a porta potty? Did somebody forget a sign over here? Is everybody gonna be good here over here? Is it gonna be a fight that break out? Is the stage gonna be up properly? Is the music gonna be up? Is just like so many things that I want to make sure that's good. But then it's like, it's kind of rough because I kind of branded it myself. So it's like, I can't put a headphone set and walk around and work because I'm the brand now. And if somebody would ask me a stupid question, it's like, hey chef, where'd I go to use the bathroom at? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We got this whole, I got so many big things going on. I used to hate that when I used to be at chefs trying to be a customer, and somebody like, yo, how long before they make my hot wings? I'm like, yo, like, why don't you ask the manager?
Ask the server.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm really just trying to relax and enjoy myself. So, it's kind of, and then sometimes I try to like, I know a lot of people don't have access to a person with my mindset sometimes, you know what I mean? Because I didn't have access to people that were doing what I was doing. Sometimes I just want to like sit and just hang with the people and talk with them, you know what I mean? And just like, and just be normal. But sometimes you kind of people that feel you owe them something and they feel like you should be doing something they would do, but man, do what I did once and then have a conversation with me. You know what I'm saying? So
question for you, a personal question. Do the hate, does it bother you at all?
Man, I'm learning. Some people say it's good, but I'm learning how the world works. But it's like what somebody told me is real. Like, you know how hard it is where a guy's in their house right now and their girlfriend is talking about me, what I got going on. You in a car and you got a bunch of girls and like, yo, you see what Chef is doing? You going to Chef Fest? You going to Chef's? And that hate just starts, because sometimes it's self-hate, because sometimes it's like you don't got your stuff together, so you're upset with yourself because things ain't working out for you. And you see a guy that's reachable and he's doing it and you're like, F this guy, he ain't nobody. And they try to figure out try to look for every hole I got going on to try to talk about it. But it's weird because the females are attracted to, when you're talking about this guy that's bad, they come back and they want to be with me because some girls, they never knew who I was, but you educated them about me.
They hear about you.
Now you want to see. Now man, I want to know more about this guy. So
that's interesting.
Yeah, but it doesn't really bother me as much. Sometimes I smile, but like, man, you speak about me because you want to be my friend. You really want to be my friend.
Yeah, that's crazy. So you, a man with a lot of wisdom, a lot of experience in business and everything, like somebody who's really successful. Give me some knowledge that you can drop on a up and coming entrepreneur, a up and coming chef who wants to be the next Chef Geoff.
You got to think about the next person. What you want to do is think about securing sales, right? Like I remember I talked to Mark Cuban a while ago. He told me this. I was already doing this. Lock in the sale. Don't worry about raising money. Lock in sales. You can start a whole business and you would be consistent. So if you're charging $50 a plate per person when you're doing private dinners, maybe, but you want to get 2 at a time, man, see how can you go down to 15 a plate and doing 100 people and doing it consistently for 6 months in a row. You know what I mean? So you have consistency, and you want to, there's a lot of businesses over here that don't have time to go to lunch and they just want their lunch catered. There's catering companies who feed corporate businesses every day, and it's locked in as a contract. So now you could be like, okay, cool. This business location A is going to pay me $20,000 a month just to make sure the guys are fed every day, and it's cool. So you train somebody up, and then you have to have trust to hire the right coach to like do the right team. Because if you want to duplicate yourself, you can't be like, I had the best fried chicken, or I had the best macaroni and cheese, right? So like, if my macaroni and cheese is the best, nobody can touch it. Then you go to the hospital, you get sick. Does macaroni and cheese stop now, huh? You're not making no more money.
Absolutely not.
So, but you have to trust to make that person might make your macaroni and cheese a little mediocre, not as good as you make it. But you have to trust it, like, hey, keep the money coming. And if they want to use you, they just pay a higher price to use you.
Yeah. Gotcha. Man, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate everything you do. You know what I'm saying? I see you. It's inspirational too, inspiring. I mean, that to see you making the moves and taking the risk, because, you know, that's big. Because I mean, I got a couple businesses, but, you know, I'm not on that level yet to take those risks. You know what I mean? And it takes a lot of courage to put yourself out there, you know, to do what you do. You know what I mean? So you got a lot of respect for me from a business aspect for sure. You know what I mean? And I also appreciate you for, you know, putting the city on. You know what I mean? So this is big for San Diego. A lot of people don't understand, like you're saying, this is going to affect everybody, because now, you know, this is my plan to put San Diego on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you use your platform to do it, right?
I'm trying.
And, you know, shut the city down. You know, it's crazy when I just be wanting more. When people, when I used to have chefs packed, it's like, Chef, you done shut the city down. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But nah, man, that's 200 people.
Yeah.
When they do festivals in Shamrock and they shut gas, that's shutting the city down with barricades up.
Right.
So now, next week, when you see 5,000 people online trying to get into the festival, and you see 5,000 Black and Spanish folks like online, and you can't, traffic is crazy trying to get to it, that shut the city down.
100%. Yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, but it's a lot of people don't have that, you know, courage to really put themselves out there to really, you know, invest into the city to make that happen. So I understand this. I have a little business here, so what you're doing is like time 10 is what I'm doing.
You know, this is a game where you playing, you know, it's chess, not checkers, man. And the crazy thing is, because at the same time I'm opening this, doing this, the chef is a whole business, because it's going to move around different cities. Right. You know, I'm doing another one in July.
Oh shit.
I'm doing one in September. I'm doing one in different cities.
Yeah.
So this is a company. So as I start this company, I still have a new company I'm opening up called Bad Brunch After Dark. Bad Chefs. You know, so it's gonna be down on Broadway. It's back downtown.
Bro, you a hustler, bro.
Nah, but like, I'm opening 2 businesses at one time, but I still have other 2 businesses that's going.
And you're responsible for all that.
All that. You know what I mean? So it's like, sometimes I get the anxiety of playing the proper chess moves. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like, that's what it is. And, you know, people out there see me having fun and smiling, and a lot of time people like, man, he just like this rich me. Oh, I'm like, I'm really a nice guy. Just my defense mechanism is like I'm angry, but I be having things in my mind all the time, because, man, it's rough. Like, when you have big bills of hundreds of thousands of dollars you got to pay every month, you might be short $15,000 or $30,000, $100,000. You know, you short $100,000. I got to scratch my head like, damn, how am I get it going? Because we got $100,000 short. But I got to figure it out. Yeah. But, you know, it's a thrill, though. You know, you get the thrill of just having nothing and making something out of it. Yeah. And everybody else wants something for you. You know, baby mom's taking you to court because she think you super rich. Yeah. You know what I mean? So she went, I deserve some of that. You know, you got friends out here like, man, give me a loan and do this.
Yeah. Hey, man, give me a loan, man. You got all that money, man. You see you wearing about $250,000 right now, man. Give me a loan, man. You big money, man. Hey, man, Chef Geoff, Cole in the building, man. I appreciate you, man. You want to leave any words before we head out of here?
Nah, man, I appreciate you having me. But, like, you know, I'm just, a lot of times I do stuff, I act the fool online, man, but I'm really here trying to inspire you, man, because I came down here, man. I graduated high school at a 1.9 GPA. My mom been in prison twice. I grew up in a house where nobody had a job. Everybody sold drugs in the crib. And I just chose that to go that route. I used that hustle and ambition, and I used it in the legal route. You know what I mean? There's a lot of ways to make money out here legally, and you could do it.
Let's go, man. Big Hendo, big chef in the building, baby. Hendo Unplugged. We'll see you guys on the next episode. We out, baby.
All right.